welcome back to 80 Star Basketball with the auction action. We're going to check out PWCC first, some of the ongoing auctions right now for mainly Star, but also tracking some, 86 Fleer and some 80s cards, and actually even for this one, some Mantles I was looking at on eBay. So just interesting auctions. So here's a 8.5 current bid, 8.5 195 84 star Jordan, the Olympic for 5,500. Here's another PSA 6 that came up. The other one ended at 15,600 last PWCC auction, and so we'll see where this one ends up. Gonna watch that. Some really big star cards up on PWCC, like some pop one of ones like this. You'll see in a second, but this is just a really impressive list that are up for auction right now. So here's a 1,200 for a worthy PSA 10 rookie, and a Jabbar that's one of two for 900 currently. We have a PSA 7 on the 195 for 650. That'll be interesting to see where that ends at. A PSA 9 mint, the only one for Isaiah Thomas, Zeke. So, for people who are looking to put these sets together, it looks like there's a pretty good run that's up right now. Rambus short print PSA 10. And here we got 8.5 Drexler. That's really nice. Really met Clyde one time in the Bahamas. It was really cool. He's just such a class act. He introduced me to his wife and his family. It was just really cool. Just a completely class act, but obviously a heck of a player. But it was really cool to meet him. BGS 9 for the Isaiah at 155. Another Drexler BGS 9 at 110. So obviously these have 5 days. Extended bidding is going to be starting in 5 days. But a PSA 9 Bird, this is going to be something that I am interested in, because that's just a really cool card to me. That's one of my favorite Bird cards. And here we got the Mavericks Gem Mint 10 ones up. That's going to be really interesting to see where these end. So I'm tracking these. I'm really tracking, obviously I keep saying it, the Mavericks have been hot, and, just really rare cards. So, these prices will end up pretty high. So, yeah, for those, those are some of the main big hitters. These PSA 10s, $68 for that Dale Ellis, and here's the supers. Jordan PSA 5. We'll see, where this ends at. The 5x7s, another PSA 10, the Harper, kind of in a set. There's a Bird. We'll just kind of scroll through and kind of hit some of the other ones. PSA 7, this one will be interesting to see. I threw my hat on and this one, and a few others, but gonna switch on over to Heritage. So these auctions ended, but I did want to show where some of these things ended at. These ended on Friday, and things that I were tracking for Heritage, the set 285 of 288. Really nice cards. It depends on the condition of the set, if this was a good buy or not, or a good price. The cards obviously here are really good. It depends what you value them at, so I'm not totally sure. It might be a hair high, but probably not too far off. And then we have the this one sold for a pretty big price, 78. That's quite a jump, with the buyer's premium, 78,000. But to me, this car still is way undervalued. So whoever got it, if you're paying that price, maybe cash isn't the biggest of problems. And to me, you're just getting in on something that, is to me just the grail. And going down, we're going to check out, I believe this is the Slam Dunk Supers is 7 next, and another bag set. This was a bag set of the 85, and this ended at 6,900. And again, the back sets, they're just so hard to get. So it really depends on how you value it. If valuing individual cards, it's kind of high, but to put it together is just really difficult. So and time consuming and everything, and you got to kind of factor that in. And so it's definitely, I won't say a fair price, but it does seem that way to me. Now, this is a complete set that's all graded 26.4. And this is really, really sharp. This was kind of my collecting range of where I had things out, except for the 288. It is, I would get mine a little bit higher than that, but the 288, it's just the centering is really tough, but it has a 7 on some of these cards. So this was this is kind of like that. It really depends on the condition of the set to see if this was, kind of like a good value or not. But it kind of looks like a good value to me on this one. But again, just 26,400 for everything and graded. And then we had the what's another one of note? This one was 3,120 in a bag. This would be something that I would kind of be looking at. Just one of those rare items that doesn't come up very often, but it did end at 3,120, hair over 3. Another bag, and I thought this one went a little low. This one surprised me a little bit. And I just thought that this might go for a little bit more than this, but it does look a hair off centered, and that's kind of the thing, is people can see in the bag, think of what it'd be grading for. So it really does come down to the condition of the cards. But again, you just don't see them come up very often. So sometimes that'll drive it up if you don't see an auction come up very much. And other things I track these. I love old unopened wax. And I thought this was really cool, 5,000 for a 61 Flair pack. So I thought that was pretty interesting. All right, jumping on over to eBay. I just wanted to show some of the ones that ended. This looks like a couple of these 117s, the Jordan second year card 117. This one just ended. It didn't sell, but someone probably contacted them and they made a deal outside. Happens pretty often. And that there was another one that I was tracking that sold. Actually, there's 2 of these that sold well. So any of these 117s, they're kind of going. The price isn't super strong. They've fallen a little, kind of with the market, but they are definitely been being picked up. Here's Miller Lite, an 8 that went for 1,000. Best of the new and a 9 that went for almost or a little over 1,200. Some of these raw best of the best at 700. I thought this was interesting. I was looking at the Mikan. That's a card that I do want to get. Sold for a hair under 3,000. And then some of the other ones that I track. Here's a 9 on the 86 Fleer for 9,150. And then some other prices that you can see in the 86. The number 1 at a 9 went for under 8. This one was relisted, this PSA 8. I thought that was a little high on the price, and it did go down, or it did relist. So for at 7,000. So I'll show the relisted one in a second. And these I've actually already shown prior. So going out to what I'm watching right now, there's that Gatorade Jordan, and a little bit 700. And that's a 7 currently, and another best of the new. And I'm actually bidding on that Aguirre as well. So 176 for a PSA 6. That's kind of cool. Here's those Mantles that I was looking at. Here's a poor one. The condition is 18,800, and there's one below. There's the Bowman. There's the actual rookie card at 6,200 for the Mantle PSA 1. So I'm gonna watch those. Here's this one. I've seen this one up for auction before. So this is a couple times that this has gone up. So I always kind of wonder if it's going. I don't know. But it's been a few months. Sometimes you wonder if people are kind of selling between themselves or something. But actually, I can check the, it could be. just checking, some of these people that go back and forth, and sometimes the price goes up. Here's a PSA 6 in bidding, 84 star, 195. Here's a 101 at 8800 and a PSA 4. And then they have a bunch of Mavericks that seem nice, seem good condition, and those are up raw. You're always taking a chance when you're at raw, but there definitely are a few up right now. So I was kind of watching those. This is that PSA 8 that sold for 7,000 that was relisted, and it's back up for 5,250. There's that sheet that I picked up, not this one in particular, but one that I got and really, really like it. So I might get this one too. This is a kind of another one I'm looking at. But so those are the ones I'm watching. Those are the ones that are ended. But yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video.